So I wanted to just do a little update on this polar vortex situation and what's affecting us here where we live on Bowen Island, which is on the west coast of British Columbia near the ocean. So while the rest of the country is experiencing temperatures of minus 25 to minus 35 or more, we here, our current temperatures in the morning are minus 4. They were forecasting minus 10, so that's why I kind of freaked out. But here's what I did for the smaller palm trees. I used these Brute 32-gallon garbage cans, turned them upside down over the palm trees, and then inside I put a shop light with a 60-watt bulb in there. So what's happening is it's actually the bulb is warming up the air and the warm air is staying inside the Brute bin. So this helps for keeping the ambient temperature warmer. It protects against wind. So I did that for my smaller palm trees and my cordyline. Cordylines obviously aren't as cold hardy. So there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there. For the rostrata, I've had this all winter, but I've had just a little shield on top to protect it from rain because it doesn't like the wet. Other than that, they're pretty cold hardy. I also wrapped up all my flax, so my phormiums are all wrapped up because I'm not quite sure what the cold hardiness of those guys are. So that's these guys. And again, each of them have a shop light in there just to keep the ambient temperature warm. I wrapped up a smaller palm tree here. This is a camrops, so again, I was fearing the temperatures going down to minus 10 or less, so I was getting a little freaked out. So this is wrapped in a blanket and then a tarp on top to keep the blanket dry. There's another phormium wrapped up. There's another little palm tree wrapped up. Now for the bigger windmills, they're a little more tolerant of cold, so they're probably good to minus 17 or so. But you know what? Why not take some steps just in case? So I have a separate video on this, but basically I just take either burlap or a blanket, I wrap it around the trunk, I put heat cable around that, so that's providing some heat, and also there's bubble wrap in the crown just to protect against cold. So there you can see the bubble wrap. This method works well as long as there's no freezing rain or anything, because once freezing rain gets down into the crown, the bubble wrap kind of keeps it in there, so it's not the best thing. So just be aware of that. Everything else down here is fine. All these yuccas, and then we have lavenders and heathers and grasses. Those are all fine. So yeah, the windmill's wrapped up like that, and my larger windmill just down in the garden is also wrapped up the same. There's one more plant I wanted to show you, which is the Dicksonia, the New Zealand tree fern. That guy I didn't want to risk, and I haven't cut the fronds off of it, so there's ways to wrap it when you cut all the fronds off, but I just did this for now. I just put a blanket over it. I wrapped the trunk in some blankets, and then I put 2 tarps over it, and there's also a shop light in there providing some heat, and it's against the house. So, and I have my kayak against it for added measure. So yeah, that's about it. I'll just quickly show you guys the other windmill palm here. So it's supposed to be cold for another day or so. Overnight temperatures, they predicted minus 8, but it only got down to minus 4. So kind of happy about that. Wind chills are like minus 15, but again, wind chills don't really affect plants too much. So here's another camrops under there. Another camrops under there. And then there's the larger windmill wrapped in burlap, heat tape, and a bit of bubble wrap. And there's our poor Schlafera. A little bit of bubble wrap on it, and a towel on keeping the roots protected somewhat. As you can see, it's not super happy, but they're hardy, so it'll most likely pull through just fine. Anyways, hope you're staying warm wherever you are, and if you're in this bloody polar vortex, I'm crossing my fingers for you that get through it and all your palms are fine after. Talk to you soon. Bye.